Okay, good morning. Hello. It is August the 9th, 2025. This is Religion Outside the Box service number 280. We will be talking about, or so I think, vulnerability, boundaries, and taking compliments. I am Rabbi Brian. I do this. People say, "Where are you a rabbi?" And I say, all around the world. Because I got all of you who are broadcasting me. Feels a little televangelical. All right, not everything wrong with that. Let me put all of y'all on the screen. Hi, Justin. Hi, Ruth. Let me put all of you on the screen. There you all are. Hello, everybody. Ruth, would you stand up for a second? Hold on. Say it again. There you are. He's on the inside. Yeah. Thank you. We will put a link in so you can buy merchandise made on the inside. We are also, I just got this listing from James. He has this idea that if he can make a welcome packet for every new person who comes in off the bus, if he makes a hygiene packet for $5.60, and if he can scrounge more money, he gives them all a hygiene packet so that they are more likely to show up. He's a smart man. They're more likely to show up to self-help groups if they know that every self-help group there's a burrito. So we just sent $600 to James to continue his good works there. It's really exciting. It is such a pain in the ass to send money in candy bars. Oh my gosh. Anyway, hi. I have a friend named Bill, and Bill told me about a preacher friend of his, and the preacher friend of his used to contract to be a guest speaker, and she would say to congregations, "You can hire me, but only with the caveat that if the Spirit doesn't come to me by the time the service happens, I'm going to just stand there in silence for 20 minutes. I thought this was the stupidest thing I had ever heard when Bill told it to me. I was like, why would they ever hire her? And this morning, I realized I owe Bill and his friend an apology. Because you all, there's Harold and Connie, there's you all, showed up. It's not that I got nothing, but you are willing to take the chance that I got nothing today. So anything I have is better than that. I have so many outlines. It's beautiful. Before I go much further into that, let me retell a story of when I was teaching high school, and they gave me a student teacher from the University of Portland, and the supervisor of the student had the student ask questions of the teacher they were assigned to, and they would bring it back to the liaison to the university. And Chris asked me, the series of questions of classroom management, and he said, "I need a copy of your first 6 lesson plans, first 8 week, whatever." And I said, "I don't have it," and we went on to the next question. Well, I get a call from his supervisor. "What do you mean you don't have the first 6 lessons planned out?" I said, well, I know the topics I want to teach, but I don't know who's in the group. So I don't know if I have to review absolute values or if I don't. I can't possibly know what I'm teaching until I know who's there. Now, that being said, I have all of y'all here. I don't know where the group as a whole is, what the feel of... So I need to throw some water in some... I need to do like a bat and do some echolocation and find out where the group as a whole is. Thank you, Jack, for laughing. I'm going to just go with my outline. Oh, I could do it this way. Is there something that you gleaned about what we talked about last week? Or can you give a 1 or 3 sentence, this is something that we talked about last week? Or it's something that I thought of related to last week? You got a thing? Go ahead. Thank you, Meg. Perfect. Forgiveness stretches. Someone else got a thing from last week, either to help remind yourself or teach somebody else. I don't know what that means. Oh, that was Diana. She's on a list over there in my office. You're right. I said this is just what I do. And I spent I'll call on me. Go me. I spent a lot of last week trying to figure out what is with me and not being able to take in compliments. And I know we as a society, Alex sent that great video to me about a guy who somebody says, hey, nice shirt. And the guy's first response is, oh, this old thing? And how hard it is for us to take in compliments. Well, I had a thought about that. Compliments go 2 ways. Compliments are us being seen. And it's sometimes a coin toss if the being seen makes us feel loved or makes us feel shame. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. I heard an interview and there was somebody who thanked someone for hosting them for dinner. And the hosts were offended that they were thanked. And it led the author to see that the meaning of communication is very different. Right. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Go, Betsy. Right. That we shouldn't, that it's the opposite of humility to take in a compliment. Yeah. I was wondering, thank you, Betsy. I'm wondering and I'm hoping that we can get a subcommittee to make a trophy for me about how modest I am. Yeah. So here's go Ron. Oh, I do want to make a small announcement. Ron, do you mind? Okay. I thought about this last week that there are people, most of the faces on the screen I've seen here before, not all. And I thought, if I were new, I don't know that I would feel comfortable speaking up and raising my hand. Not that this isn't a warm and loving group, it's that the regulars, I guess what I'm saying is, can we do a thing like family hold back? Y'all know that phrase? You're about to have dinner and the next door neighbors show up for dinner too. You didn't cook enough food, family hold back. You say, oh, I'm not that hungry. And you feed your guests. So I'm going to ask in a way, I want newcomers to feel, I don't want, you know what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Can I get a nod or? Okay. Make space for new voices, yeah. And also, and I love what Maria just did and Ron just did, is I love the modeling of, hey, I just have a quick interjection to make, as opposed to the hand raise and then we go online and everyone talks for 2 minutes each. So let's try to do more of the, and if you're new around here, please chime your voice in too if you got a quick thing. Here's what I told you I'm working with this woman, Jenny. I told you about that? Yeah. That she's helping me figure out how to, here's what I came up with, and I'd love your thoughts on it. I model, yes. I love you. Oh, hey, hello, youth. Maria, say hi to the people on Facebook. Can you just talk so we can see if they can hear you? Oh, now I see what happened. Oh, wait, hold on. Hello, Facebook people. Okay, now they should be, I just unmuted the Zoom guest one. So Maria, let me ask you a question. Why did the 1930s gangster become an optometrist?
Sorry? I missed it because my alarm to engage with Facebook was going.
Why did the 1930s gangster become an optometrist? Because he wanted to help people, see?
Wow. That's a bad joke.
It's really bad.
Okay, but I was hoping for a larger laugh so the people on Facebook could say they heard that. They should. I think I fixed it. Did I fix it?
Do groans count?
Groans count.
I think they all left.
I'm streaming on Twitch, so thank you very much for that. And Shirley says no. Thanks, Shirley. Is the audio fixed? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, fixed. I had a thought while we're waiting to hear back from the Facebook folks. I gave myself a challenge. It didn't work. I gave myself a challenge last week that when... I can't get that to go down. I gave myself a challenge, and you can try the challenge, see if it works, but I don't like saying, when someone asks me how I am, I don't like... If I'm giving the same answer that I gave 3 hours ago to someone new, I'm probably not feeling exactly the same, so why am I saying the same thing to the answer of the question, how are you? And so I gave myself the challenge that every time I answered the question, how are you, in the last week, I would add 30% new material.
Got very long.
But there would be some qualitative difference between how I am and how I say I am right now and how I said I was back then.
0 to 10.
Is this kind of a takeoff on Thomas Merton?
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant, Ron. Of course.
Okay.
Good,
Why
Ron.
don't you explain it to everyone who doesn't understand what you're talking about?
So,
Not that I don't.
If the me of 10 years from now, or if the me of today does not look at the me of 10
No,
years,
if the
The
you of
opposite.
10 years ago doesn't
Yeah,
think the
yes.
you of today is a heretic, you're not
Yes.
growing.
you're not growing. Yes, that's what I meant. Sorry, I was fumbling.
Hey, any shame?
No.
We can absolve you.
I'm
But here's the thing. You don't need us to absolve you. And that's going to bring me to what we were talking about. Where's my buddy? Where'd Harold go? There's Harold. Hi, Harold. Okay, so Harold and I were having a discussion that I think's worthy of retelling a little bit. We were talking about, last week I gave a simple definition of guilt and shame. And if you remember or don't, that's a fact, if you remember or don't, whether you feel stupid about that or you feel guilt, if you feel shame for not remembering it, that we can talk about. Guilt is I did something wrong. Shame is Harold, I'm going to try to get our words exactly right. Guilt is I did something wrong. Shame is I believe that I broke a moral code, period. Harold, help me out. Poke holes in it. Guilt is I did something wrong. Shame is I feel, it has to be I feel. It can't be I did. I feel I did something that broke a moral code outside of me. Or broke a moral, that I feel I did something to break a moral code that I also believe in.
I don't think that's quite where we went. I think it's better to say, if I do something to you and it's against my moral code, like saying you're a horrible rabbi, then
You didn't
that's
have to use
me.
that example again.
Well, you're right in front of me.
I have heard a different distinction between guilt and shame.
Help
And
out.
in terms of the Odyssey, in the Greek world, the beginning of the Odyssey, all the Greek world is based on shame. Everything has to be external and is judged that way. The whole growth in the Odyssey is they are finally able to change internally, and that's guilt.
That shame,
Shame is other people's judgment of you.
Right. That's the same thing from the other side. Shame is that you believe that other people's judgment of you is true. It's outside of yourself.
Can we try this? Guilt, I did something bad. Shame, I am bad.
Right.
There you go.
It's about
Okay.
worthiness.
That can be guilt too. I mean, that can be, yeah, forget it.
You're good. You're good.
Shame is
I-
that I am.
The
Shame is
point
that I'm
is-
Hold
defective.
on. Let's take Stephen. Go.
Shame is I am defective.
Yeah, I am bad.
Guilt is I did wrong.
Right. Right.
And it's all,
I can be good. I can be all kinds of things. I just misbehaved. For that, I feel guilty,
And shame.
and I can feel regret and change my behavior. In shame, I am defective, and I can't be any better than I am.
And who? How do you break out of that, Stephen? I mean, the only answer I have is grace, and in second place is feeling loved. But how do you break out of that? I'm defective.
You have to change your vision of yourself.
Therapy.
It's really hard.
that's kind of the point we were getting to.
How about all,
Hold on, Harold. Then go ahead.
Somebody can't externally cause you shame. You have to do that internally.
You have to
And you
believe
can-
them. Correct.
Yeah, and no matter what I do to you, I can't guess or know how it's affecting you, but you know how it's affecting you, and how you take that and what you do about that is up to you, not up to the external person.
Right. There's a certain buy-in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a
because I
thing.
can't do it to you.
So I'm going to pivot us.
There's also a buy-in with guilt. You can tell me I misbehaved, but if I don't believe that I violated my values or anything,
That's true.
it doesn't mean a darn thing. They're both internal.
Go
One
Alma.
is that I have functioned outside of what I am capable of, and the other is I am incapable of being any better.
Say the last two sentences again, Steve.
In guilt, I did not behave as well as I am capable of being.
I broke my moral code. Okay. And
And
shame.
in shame, I am incapable of being better than I am because there's something wrong with me.
Shame, is there something wrong?
No,
Gosh.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I really don't agree.
Okay. We're all good. I'm going to take Alma. Go ahead.
Am I muted? No,
No?
I'm muted.
No,
I
speak.
mean, I've
No,
heard it.
I've been thinking I can say I am guilty of that.
Something you did
But-
wrong.
Yes, but that does not mean to say that I'm necessarily ashamed of it. I could then say I am ashamed of what I did.
I'm.
One is a statement of a recognition
Yeah, you're right.
that you did something, but it doesn't mean to say you're sorry for it.
Right.
I mean, I could be guilty of breaking the law. At the moment, we have in Britain, we have a new law that's been passed where we cannot protest against Free Palestine.
Right.
I would be quite prepared to break that law. I would be guilty of joining in the,
But without shame.
but without shame.
Right. Well,
So
I don't
shame
think
is
it's
when
guilt.
you acknowledge.
I don't know that it's guilt because you didn't do anything
Well, I did.
wrong.
I wouldn't
Not
have.
according to your moral code. You're staying
But-
consistent with your own moral code.
But I would still be guilty.
In the
And I
eyes of
would-
the
I-
law.
Well, where do we draw the line? I missed the beginning of this conversation, so
You're good. Because everyone else doesn't understand this whole thing yet either.
but I would happily say I am guilty of something.
Yes,
But-
yes. But that's
But
using the word
that's
guilty
different.
slightly different. James put it up on the. here,
I-
using
I-
it slightly different. We're saying that guilt is I did something wrong. I know I broke a moral code. Protesting what you know to be good and right is not breaking a moral code. Shame is I did something wrong because I broke a moral code that you have decided is important for us.
I think
Go
moving
ahead.
from
We're gonna.
shame to guilt is coming alive on the inside. Instead of looking at how other people are judging you, you have a moral code indoors, but that is something that is an achievement that in the early, or if you look at all of the early Greek writings, especially in the Odyssey, nobody feels guilt. They feel shame,
Right.
embarrassment.
Uh,
They finally get to the point where they can feel guilt for what they have done. Guilt is progress. Guilt is emotionally claiming what you do. The other is being judged by people external to you.
Right.
That's better.
And we can also shame ourselves.
Oh yeah.
That might be most of it. John,
That's
Ray.
great.
Well,
I think we're.
Oh, sorry. It was John, then Ray. I apologize.
okay.
Thank you, Ray.
I believe we're at the point of prescriptions. Because
Explain.
there are different schools of thought. Okay, I relate well to Adlerian thought. It has its own definitions of guilt and shame.
Mm-hmm.
They differ from other schools of thought. So as I listen, I hear and I attempt to understand what's going on, but they provide a different prescription than the
Right.
one that right now fits for me.
Okay.
I've made statements in the past like guilt. Guilt is it's the makeup for the good feelings we never had in the first place. And that got dismissed, poo-pooed totally. And that's okay. I understand that. If other people are unable to see through that perspective, that's fine.
Right.
I think we're spending a lot of time on a topic that is so broad and has so many interpretations.
I'm also a little curious, John, of we're talking all about the topic as opposed to this way to heaven, this way to the discussion on heaven, is that maybe after we hear from Ray, it might lead us a little bit towards the first person singular experiences as opposed to the heady thoughts about it. Go ahead, Ray.
Well, for me, and I think I'm saying that some of the same things that they're saying. For me, when I know that I have done something wrong, whether it's against my moral code or other, then I feel guilt. But I don't shame myself.
Right.
Because I find that society is the one that puts shame on you. Why are you that way? Why did you do that? That's not what we do.
Right.
You know, and that's, I think, where shame comes in.
Shame is great for controlling.
Right, exactly.
Great for controlling. Okay, hi. Let's all take a breath of air. Hello, dear people. I had a flash of a moment of a thing. I was like, oh my God, look at what we're all doing. And then the next thought I was forced to have is, hey, Brian, you did this. I just did this. I was just saying that, Diana, to see the look of disgust on your face.
I'm
I
zipped.
spent the week trying, and I think the topic of compliments, vulnerability, comes right related to what we're talking about, guilt and shame. It is easier for me to say this is just what I do than to take in the fact that I don't know how many people are on the screen right now. Let's say 35. How many is it? Now the nerd in me wants to know.
30 at a
Great.
time.
33. 33 people watching plus live all choose to be here because of this thing that I'm doing. And I am sure I'm not alone in having a hard time being proud. I'm going to tell you what I found. This is my homework from last week. This is what the thing that I'm doing, that I'm just doing, is I model with humor and make it safe to explore belonging, the feeling of belonging in a large group. What I'm providing for you here today is modeling with humor and making it safe to explore the feelings of belonging in a large group. There's a feeling of belonging that I think that's an itch that's getting scratched here. Or at least we're close to that itch. I'm panicking right on the inside.
I just like
right
seeing
now.
the
Go,
other
Rob.
people.
It's nice to see other people.
Yes.
You can join any Zoom for that.
There
Did
you
know
go.
that pride is one of the 7 deadly sins?
I want to know who came up with that. Who came up with that list? I think it's
That
the
is
same.
fundamentalist Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of us Christians don't believe that nonsense.
No, of course not.
Amen.
Of course not.
But it depends on how you define pride.
As long as you're with a group of lions.
Do you guys know what makes a dad joke a dad joke? They're apparent.
Dads.
They're apparent. Apparent.
Yes.
It wasn't that you didn't get it; you just didn't like it. That's fair. I want to open up a. I have 2 cards in front of me. One, I have a piece of wisdom from the future. You're always looking for like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? Here's what I got. Down the road, there will be potholes.
You're hearing it.
Just smoke them.
Potholes. Oh, I get it.
We're on the ball today.
Try something new.
Don't roll off.
Well, let's move. Maria, would you give me you have a series of people for whom we would like to say some prayers?
Yes. These are the individuals to whom we are sending light and love. Derek in spirit, Sue in spirit, Patsy and family, Rita S., Alex and John, Gwen, Reed, Karen and Bill, Sheridan H., Aru Lane Hill, Ebony and Beth Carney, Finn and Colin, Irma P., Ralph in spirit, Joe, Peter Schute in spirit, Deidre Love and her family, Francis, Ron, Lenore and Chester, the Jones family and the Fletcher family, and Horatio Meyer. If there is another person in our community to whom we can offer light and love, please put their name in the chat and I will add them to the list on Facebook. And for the people who aren't named, but who are in our thoughts, we send them light and love as well.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you. I want to hearken back to something that happened last week. Last week, we experimented with giving compliments. The whole group as a whole, singling out one person to take compliments. And that was beautiful. And there was a thing that happened, I think almost without comment, which was Al said, "Sure, I'm game. Let me in the hot seat. Everyone compliment me." And we got 2 or 3 compliments in, and Al said, "I need to ask this to stop, please." And it was one of the clearest examples of holding a boundary, of just being able to say, no, thank you, I'm done, and taking care. It was Al taking care of Al. My favorite quote about boundaries is from Prentice Hemphill, and it says, "Boundaries are the space at which I can love you and love me simultaneously." Boundaries are the distance at which I can love you, I can help you, I can do what you need. I can love you and love me, take care of myself, I've had too much, I want out, at the same time. I'm going to get these made. I could probably make them myself, but these are boundary tissues. And the game of the boundary tissues, most of you have seen me do in the past, where you take a tissue, make it nice and snotty, and you offer it to someone. And I say, "Rita, would you like this tissue?" And Rita says,
Well, not right now, thank you.
"Well, not right now, thank you." And I offer this dirty tissue to Holly, and Holly says,
I appreciate the offer, but no thank you.
and if I say to Holly, instead of giving her a dirty tissue, "Holly, I think your haircut is just ridiculous. You should probably do something more fitting for your age." Holly has the ability to say,
I'm very comfortable with my haircut, but thanks for the input.
Right? Beautiful. Hey, Emily. You got to say something so the camera picks up on you. I saw you nod your head.
You're muted, Emily.
You're muted, Emily.
I don't know if Emily's muted or she's just being smarter about holding a boundary than anyone else. No, we can't hear you, honey.
There you go.
Yeah.
She says she hates this laptop and she's struggling with it.
Okay. Thank you, Emily. Hey, Justin.
Yeah, Rabbi.
Want a tissue?
No.
Hey, Justin.
Yeah, Rabbi.
You're a stinky poo.
Oh, thanks.
Did you say thanks?
I did.
I like that you said thanks and no thank you at the exact same time. That's very clever.
Can I just point out how when you were talking to Emily and she had her microphone not working, that she was still able to communicate through her body language, and we were able to interpret that. I think that I just want to say about some of these things, like compliments, that 80% is body language. So sometimes it's not about what we say, it's what we do and how we act. And I just thought that was like a really good example of that, Emily. So thank you.
Emily says thank you. And Emily knows how to take in a compliment. We know that.
Yeah.
Swallow it.
I'd just like to respond to Justin. I have a young friend who's autistic. He's 14. And his particular thing is he cannot read body language.
Uh-huh.
And that is a form of blindness that is just stunning, the implications of that. He's also got an IQ somewhere around 180. So,
I'm gonna. Anyone feel they need a little practice round with the boundary tissue?
No.
Okay. I want to bring up a quote that hit me last week. I think Alma just made reference, somebody just made reference to the last lines of it, but it's the whole thing. And I'd like to take a moment to read it. The last part we know. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Right. There's a longer quote to it, and I want to read it, if I may. I've learned that no matter what happens or how bad it seems today, life goes on, and it will be better tomorrow. I've learned that you can tell a lot about a person by the way he or she handles three things: a rainy day, lost luggage, and tangled Christmas tree lights. Right? Rainy day, you can't do anything about. Lost luggage, you can't do anything about, but it's really annoying. Tangled Christmas lights, boy, those are much more annoying than they should be, aren't they? I've learned regardless of your relationship with your parents, you'll still miss them when they're gone from your life. I've learned that making a living is not the same as making a life. I've learned that life sometimes gives you a second chance. I've learned that you shouldn't go through life with a catcher mitt on both hands. You need to be able to throw something back. I've learned that whatever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. I've learned that even when I have pains, I don't have to be one. I've learned that even when I have pains, I don't have to be one. I've learned that every day you should reach out and touch someone. People love a warm hug or a friendly pat on the back. I've learned that I still have a lot to learn. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel.
Who is that again?
Maya Angelou.
Mary Angelou.
In the past, I've asked you to take out your phones at a time like this and to text somebody who you haven't texted in a while, or email someone you haven't emailed in a while, because of this poem. Because people want to be seen for who they are. Because being seen is being loved. Send a message to someone. And I'm going to up the stakes. There's someone in this group right now who could use being seen a little bit. Boy, that's a rough, hard thing to admit to. Anybody feeling a little extra in the dumps, that a little being seen by the group? We don't even have to say anything about you. We'll just all stare at your face. Anyone need a little extra love? You're going to be kicking yourself at noon. Boy, some extra love was available. I should have been the first online. Ron Braithwaite, you having a hard time, buddy?
Yeah. I could use a little extra love.
Let me ask a question, because I know a few things without any details, but your heart broken or intact?
It's severely cracked.
Severely cracked. You lost somebody? Losing somebody?
Maybe losing somebody. Maybe losing a whole group.
Maybe losing a whole group. Y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Ron Braithwaite, look at all the peoples. You haven't lost this group. I know it's not the same thing. I don't mean to try to put a smile on a shit sandwich.
Still counts.
It sucks to lose a group. How many of you have ever lost a group? Who's over it? Right? Thank you, Ron. Anyone else need a little bit of scene? Meg? You're on mute. Is that to ensure that we're just going to talk to you? We can't hear you, Meg. No.
I know. The cat is in the way.
Okay. Meg, I got a question for you. You need a little extra love?
I could sure use it.
Your life's rough, ain't it?
Yep. And without this group, I'm not sure how well I would be doing.
Yeah. You're losing somebody in slow motion.
Yep.
I cannot imagine anything more heinous.
I don't think there. I don't know.
Watch someone you love slowly disappear.
Yeah.
Meg, you are exuding more patience than you knew you had.
I've often said that my husband, before Alzheimer's, taught me patience. And now he's really making the lessons big.
And well, the worst thing is he's not doing any of it.
No, he's not.
I'll share, and Meg, you can. Meg's got to forgive him. Got to forgive Rich for all the things, because Rich doesn't know what he's doing.
No. And I really have learned to forgive him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Meg, look at the faces here. How many of you are glad that you've never had to watch somebody disappear in slow motion? I have never had a loved one disappear in slow motion on me. How many of you have had someone disappear in slow motion in your life?
Ooh.
A lot of people. How many of you are over it? Okay. I thank the brave, solitary people who sometimes raise their hand. There's a lot of peer pressure. Anyone else need a little extra being seen? It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? It's what we want is to be seen, and God, make me want to puke.
Diana has her hand up.
Diana. You want me to lead? You want to start?
You lead, please.
Okay. Hey, Diana. Did your best friend just die?
Yeah.
Did your life fall apart?
Yeah.
Did you give everything in the last months?
Yes.
And you lost him anyway.
Couldn't stop it.
Couldn't stop it. You got
Couldn't
a
hold him.
big old brain that can do many beautiful, amazing acrobatic feats. But you couldn't save Barry.
Mm-mm.
And you got to watch him go painfully quickly and slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And you got left with a big gaping hole. And then, just a little sidebar, Diana's art studio where she takes pleasure flooded. Got ruined.
Oh.
And both my cookies died at the same time, buried in the same period.
Yeah.
Of the same thing. Heart failure.
Yeah. Who wants to swap places with Diana? Oh shit, nobody? Who wants to be next to Diana's side and give her some love? Thank you for being vulnerable, Diana.
Thank you.
You got something you want to share?
I'm just very, very grateful that I joined this community.
Yeah.
Before and throughout the time that Barry left. It's been tremendous support.
Good.
And it's never enough.
And it's never enough. Hard not to be bitter in it.
It's just hard not to be sad.
Yeah. Janie says something about sadness. She's the grief and loss specialist. She says, you know it is fair to stop crying when you've run out of tears. Yeah.
I don't think you need tears to cry inside.
Mm.
Good point, Alma.
Thank you, Alma.
Mm-hmm.
I got an announcement for the group, but it really feels fitting, Diana, and everyone else who just shared.
Okay. What?
Definitely.
As long as you can hold on, they're never gone.
Yeah, and then the flip side of that card says this. It's coming. Uh-oh, Diana, I put the word just in there. Fuck.
I caught that. I caught that.
Is that all right? Should we take it out? I got a pen.
I think it's okay there.
Okay.
But I'm just one voice.
You're our justice voice. Just. So I had a thought related to all of this. Is that what stand-up comedians do is they point, and what comedians do is they just reflect life back with truth. They tell truths, often in surprising ways, or they tell surprising truths that are learned. I really think that's what I'm doing. I think I'm trying to put down some truths in easy to digest ways. Truths being things that we all experience, talk about loss and how hard it is to feel loss and how much we want to be a part of a group and we're scared to be seen. Oh hell, I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'll find out when I listen to the recording. Fascinating. I'm feeling.
I found it helpful.
Go, John.
Prior, I used to use the word just a lot in that sense that you're using. I found when I substituted merely, it allowed just to get its own meaning back. So merely to mean almost or kind of, sort of, whatever.
John, I've now lost that paper. I swear to you, this is like the best magic trick in the world because I don't know.
Don't know how you did it.
That's two now. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm merely okay. I'm merely okay. That's what we're going for. I'm merely okay, and that's enough.
Yeah, actually, the word hanging in there is something that's becoming used more and more.
I much prefer I am doing the best today that I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Trying to poke holes in it. There's let me teach you a little Jewish thing. There was a guy named Ben Bagbag, which means the son of Bagbag. We don't know if it was a nickname. We don't really know what it means. But Ben Bagbag said, take a thing and turn it over 50 times. And this is this Jewish tradition, and I'm steeped in it, of asking, is that right? Is this the way we should have the phrase, or should we have it this way instead? Is it better this way, better that way? It's just I thank you.
Best always.
Say it again, Jack.
It's best always.
It's best always. Yeah. There's no Krishnamurti said there's no singular path to truth.
The ophthalmologist.
The eye doctor.
Is it better this way?
This way or that way. Thank you for pulling us back, Ron. Oh, dear friends, I get so excited. It's like I'm 5 years old. Sometime on Friday night, I start thinking, oh, I'm going to see all of them on Saturday morning. And I panic a little bit every Saturday morning. And I rewrite my notes again. And every time I'm a little bit, I'm excited to do this with you. Look at each other for a moment, would you? I don't know if there are any announcements I'm not making. I'm going to shut off the recording. Let's wave goodbye to the people on the recording, and we'll continue chatting just us ourselves.